Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back. In this year 2018 I'll be making some pot roast. I'm sorry for not having filmed as much as I should, but it's been a busy first few months. I'm watching one of my favorite shows, which is Better Call Saul on Netflix, and I'll be making some pot roast today. What I did first is that I put some olive oil on this pot, and I caramelized a little bit the onions first, and then after I did that for like 3 minutes, I caramelized the carrots, and that's separately. So the first thing is that we're gonna do is that we're gonna add some salt. Rub this chuck roast with salt and black pepper, and then just fry it a little bit on the pan that I just initially fried the carrots and the onions. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding some salt. You could add some kosher salt if you want any type of salt. I think some people add the Himalayas pink salt, and that's a healthier version. So, I mean, you could cut it if you want. You could take off the fat, but it's not necessary for you to cut the chuck roast, okay? Just rub that in and make sure that your hands are clean before you do this. Keep on adding a little bit of salt right there. And we're gonna add some black pepper. Yes, mommy, some black pepper. She's helping me. Thank you, mom. So she's opening that black pepper. So remember just to add a little bit of salt there. And the salt all depends on how much salt you want. And we're gonna fry this. So we're gonna put some olive oil on our pots right here and add some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil. But remember, just to caramelize the onions first and then the carrots. Let's add some olive oil. All right, mommy just told me that she opened up that black pepper. Yeah. Mommy, what do you say to our Florida Kitchen channel? We haven't been filming, right? And we have new subscribers.
But we are blessed.
But we are blessed, yeah. So, updated news. I recently graduated from university, from my undergrad. It was a nice graduation, right, Mom?
Yeah.
And now I'm going on with my probably grad school. So now we're gonna add some black pepper. Right? This is all you need to do before putting this on the Dutch oven, okay? So let's just add some black pepper. I think that's good. Okay, perfect. All right, my beautiful people. Now the next step is to put the chuck roast on the pots, and you're gonna fry it. But you're not gonna fry it for very long, just for a little bit of time. Okay, not very long. It's just to give that brown golden feel on the meat, because when you put it on your Dutch oven, it's not gonna give that brown look unless you fry it, of course. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? So fry it on each side, probably, I don't know, like 2 to 3 minutes on each side before you add it on the Dutch oven. All right, my beautiful friends, so you see it's brown right now, right? So remember to fry it in each side, just so that you could get that brown consistency, because you're not gonna get that on the oven. All right, so make sure that you have that right there. Okay, my beautiful friends, so these are the ingredients you'll need. You'll need some rosemary. You could get the sticks of rosemary, which is better. Some thyme, 1 bay leaves. Don't add too much because it's a strong flavor. Some Worcestershire sauce. Some cooking wine. You could add red wine instead. Some crushed pepper, but be very careful with this. Add just a pinch of it because it's very, very strong. All right, so those are your ingredients, and of course the black pepper and the salts. All right, my beautiful people, so I removed that chuck roast out of the kitchen, and now you see that golden feel. That's what you want. Now I'm going to be using some chicken broth, but you could use beef broth. We just decided for chicken broth because that's what we have. Now we're going to add that on the actual pot, okay? So we're going to add that. It's already has that olive oil right there. We're going to add that chicken broth. That's actually gonna help to give that like gravy, some, you know, feeling. All right. That's why it was important to caramelize the carrots first and the onions so that the meat could get that flavor after you actually caramelized it. So we still have some chicken broth left. So let me add that too. Okay. Perfect. And now, while that's on heat, we're going to be adding 1 bay leaves, okay? Don't add too much because bay leaves is actually quite strong. So just add 1 bay leaf of this. Okay, so after adding the chicken broth, we're gonna add the chuck roast on it, and we're gonna add, I think, about 1 bay leaf, right? 1 bay leaf, and right there. So you don't add that much because we're gonna be adding some other some thyme. This is very, very important. Some people don't add thyme because they add rosemary. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. Add some thyme. And we're gonna be adding some rosemary. I bought it like this, but you could actually buy the little twigs of it. And we're gonna add like about 1/2 teaspoon of this. So a little bit of that. Okay, that's rosemary. Now remember those carrots? We're gonna be adding those carrots and those caramelized onions on it, and we're adding about 5 cloves of garlic. All right, so this smells really good. When I was frying this chuck roast, it smelled so good. You're gonna leave those garlic right on top. Okay, perfect. That looks really great. Now I peeled some potatoes and I put them in water because they dry up really quickly. So I'm gonna strain those and put those on the actual pot. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. Remember, you could add the potatoes unpeeled if you'd like. It's up to you. So it all depends on how you like it, if it's easier for you. Or you could add those small potatoes. I'm adding those potatoes on the side. See that? Now remember, I washed my strainer first. So make sure that your strainer is washed. So let's add some more. Oops. Let's just put that on the side. Let's add the rest of the potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes, but the thing is that my family members love potatoes. Now we're gonna be adding some Worcestershire sauce, and we use this a lot in our kitchen. It depends on you if you'd like to add or not add some Worcestershire sauce, but we like to add our Lea in Paris, so let's add quite a few of it. You'll never go wrong with Lea in Paris. So that's really good. As I said before, you could use red wine, but it's up to you. You don't have to. I'm using cooking wine rather. So let me just open this up. Now guys, comment, subscribe, and like, and let me know how this recipe went. So let's add a little bit of cooking wine. Okay, I think that's enough. And that looks really delicious. And so I added all of that. Now I'm going to add a very tiny bit of red pepper, or you could use crushed peppers. Crushed, now this is very strong, so I would suggest you be very, very careful with this. So you know what? I'm going to put that a little bit on the plates and just grab a pinch of it, because you could go wrong with this if you add too much. So I'm adding a little bit of that. Okay, not too much. So you're gonna put this on your Dutch oven, and you see, it looks really good. You have all of your potatoes and carrots. You could add more carrots if you'd like. Now I'm gonna cover this, and I'm gonna put this on 275 degrees or 300 degrees on the oven for 3 hours, okay? So let's do that. All right, my beautiful friends. So I added that pot chuck roast on the oven for 3 hours at 275 degrees. All right, so you're gonna let that stay there, okay? You don't even have to look at it, okay? So just let that stay for 3 hours. Now remember, I added a little bit more of Worcestershire sauce because I like it. You're never gonna go wrong with it. Cooking wine, I added probably like a tablespoon. Rosemary, you add like if you're gonna use this type, you'll add probably like half a spoon of a small spoon, very small. Half of this also of thyme. 1 bay leaves because you don't want that strong bay leaves. A pinch of red pepper, just a pinch. So now we're gonna wait. So remember, caramelize the carrots first and the onions separately on the pot first. Fry them on olive oil. Then after you fried them, well, don't deeply fry them, just caramelize it. Then you'll add the chuck roast on that same oil where you initially fried or caramelized those white onions and those red carrots. Then you fry the chuck roast, and after that, then of course you'll put the broth and then you'll add the meat and all of these ingredients right here. So we're gonna see how it goes. Remember to peel those potatoes or not peel the potatoes and add some small ones, and we'll see the results. Okay, my beautiful people, so while that chuck roast is cooking on the oven, I'm gonna be making some rice. Now I have a recipe on how to make rice on my channel, Florida Kitchen. Also follow me on Instagram at Florida Kitchen 1. I'm using this Cuban brand Mahatma Jasmine, and I'll be using 2 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. So that's very simple. All right, my beautiful people, so now 2 hours and 10 minutes or 15 minutes have passed, and now we're going to cut that chuck roast on our pots. And the smell that's coming out of it is amazing. How does it look on the inside? Now for the next time I'm cooking it, I probably want to use some flour for that gravy part to thicken it. I didn't do it this time, so I might record a video again, but next time with flour. So how is it looking? Pretty good? Do you think we should leave it longer, a little longer? All right, so probably a little bit longer. Okay, guys, that looks really good. And look at those potatoes. Okay, my beautiful friends, this is the end result. This is after 3 hours of braising this delicious chuck roast. Oh my gosh, I tasted it already and it's amazing. So those potatoes are soft and the smell is just wow, and it's super soft. The meat is super soft and it's so delicious. Wow, it's very simple to make. So, and I have a side of white rice right there. And let me know what you think of it. You know, comment, subscribe, and share my channel at Florida Kitchen. And hope you guys like it. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.